Hey boss, hey, how are you today? It's your girl LaShonda Henry here, aka Sister Sense. Always excited to share things you can do to work on your money, your marketing, and your sales goals too, with strategy and intention. So, once again, we are inside the Finish Strong week. My goal is to talk to you about some things that you can do to really prep and prepare for your fourth quarter as an entrepreneur, right? And of course, as part of that, for the last couple of days, we've been digging into some strategic, intentional things that you can do. And I wanted to spend the weekend to talk to you not only about your fourth quarter, but your revenue goals too. We're going to do the 1K weekend challenge plus fourth quarter marketing prep. Now, of course, as we start, make sure that you share this out. Sharing is caring. That's what it's all about. Tag your business besties. And of course, if you're catching me on the replay side, you can always drop into the comment box, hashtag replays rock. So, yesterday I talked to you about working on your calendars as well as the 1K weekend challenge with the goal of being intentional about putting your stuff out there, about selling, and ultimately practicing, right? Your marketing and sales skills. I was having a call with one of my clients this past week, and she said, LaShonda, when I look back at everything that I invested in as far as the Sister Sense community and your training and your mentorship, and she's come out to North Carolina to work with me, she said, when I look back at all of that, it prepared me, right? So I'm telling my clients, I'm telling them now that practice is everything. Write that down. That's from my girl, Lynette Crosby. Practice is everything. Practicing her sales, practicing and increasing her rates, practicing in technology, because we did a lot of tech together. She's been able to generate some new revenue. She told me about her latest client that invested $1,700 in working with her. Plus, now she's got an international client too. So I'm like, I see you, boo. I truly believe, as Lynette says, that practice is everything. So I want to encourage you to really practice more in the fourth quarter, especially with this 1K challenge. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, Regina. Hey, awesome to see you here, my dear. Practice is everything. So, all right, the 1K challenge. Yesterday, I said to you, I want you to work on generating 1K in revenue this weekend with the goal of, can you sell an offer that's $100 and make 10 sales? If you want to kind of switch that up, maybe you have $1,000 offer and you just need one sale. Or maybe you've got a $50 offer and you just need 20 sales, right? Think about a particular price point. Ideally, the $100 one is the one that I recommended to work towards reaching your goal. Now, today, what I'm going to do is actually share my offer, because I always lead by example, the offer that I'm working on right now, plus the strategies that I'm using as far as the 1K weekend challenge. Okay. And these strategies, again, are going to help you with practice, but also to prep your fourth quarter, because you need to work on your monetization, marketing, and sales in the final quarter of the year. All right. So, first thing, I will say this. There are a couple of amazing things that I'm sharing. Number one, because I do this every quarter, not every quarter, but every year at the fourth quarter, the Finish Strong Challenge over at sistersense.com/strong. And number two, because I lead by example, I created the Work With Me VIP bundle. It is freaking amazing over at success.com/WWMB, which stands for WW Work With MB Me Bundle. So WWMB. So a couple of things. Number one, the first thing that you want to do when it comes to this weekend 1K challenge is to think about those wow offers that you create. I call those the FIOs, the freaking irresistible offers. Now, for me, I will intentionally sit down and think about, number one, those things that are my best sellers. Number two, those things that people strategically wait for from me. They're like, oh my gosh, LaShonda, I've been waiting for the opportunity to get dot, dot, dot from you. And number three, the things that honestly I've put together in, I would say over the course of an extended period of time, at least 3 to 6 months, right? And so I did those three things when I thought about my IO for this weekend, my irresistible offer for the weekend. People love to work with me directly. They love to get clarity calls with me. They love to participate in my trainings, right? So I thought about the trainings that I've had over the last few months. That's in there, right? My 5 Figure Focus program. I thought about what I'm doing live real time for the next couple of weeks. That's in there. My content club, the next 6 weeks of the content club. I thought about my amazing Back to Business virtual conference that's coming up. That's in there because I have a full day of great speakers and I do that every single year. This year, this is the 10th. Yay! Give it up, y'all. Tell me congrats because this is the 10th year anniversary of Back to Business. So you know I have to bring out some of my favorite virtual business besties. We've got a full day of great sessions, and the theme this year for Back to Business is Start Now. So I made sure that my clarity calls, that's in there so people can have one-on-one sessions with me. They can work with me in my mastermind group. They can work with me as part of the content club, the 5 Figure Focus program. All of that is in there. So I know to put these things in there because I practice. I practice really intentionally marketing, consistently putting products out there to see what my clients enjoy, and also making sure that at the end of the day, I practice marketing, I practice monetization, I practice sales, and I do that on a consistent basis. So number one, again, I mentioned before, I'm a visual girl. So whether you want to just take a look at how I put together my offer or take advantage of it before it goes away, you can check the VIP Success Work With Me bundle over at success.com/WWMB, which stands for Work With Me Bundle. All right. That's number one. Number two, when it comes to this whole 1K weekend challenge, I want you to identify and I want you to really sit down with yourself and think about how can I create an irresistible offer? What are some things that my previous customers have really liked from me? That's number one. Okay. Number two on this list is to think about when you're putting together your sales pages, what are some essentials that you should be adding? So I mentioned to you that my sales page is over at success.com/WWMB if you want to take a look and see before it goes away. There are a couple of essentials that I always love to include. Number one, an opportunity for people to communicate with me. So you'll see at the very top, as well as also on the side of that page, you'll see an opportunity to either email me or send me a voice message. I always like to make sure that when people are going to my sales pages, if they are confused at all, if they need any kind of clarity, they can immediately check in with me. And again, I have local clients, international clients, so I need to make sure wherever they are, whatever time it is, they can say, hey, LaShawn, I got a quick question, ... right? So the first thing that we talked about is thinking about your irresistible offer. The second thing I want to talk about is how you structure your sales page. All right. Thanks, Regina. Regina's like, congrats. I appreciate you, my dear. Feel free to, by the way, to let me know who you are and where you are in this beautiful world today. That's number one. And number two, definitely make sure that you are taking a look at the VIP bundle because like I said, there's a lot of good in there. As a matter of fact, as I'm teaching you about some essentials that you should be adding to your sales page, let me add the sales page to the screen, okay? So that you can take a look at it. I don't have my glasses on, so right now I am as blind as a bat. I am as blind as a bat right now, so I'm trying to strategically maneuver so I can get all this good on the page for you so that you can see. And I'm going to share with you a couple of the tools that I used as well to work on this particular page, right? So when it comes to a couple of essentials that I've added to this particular page, I mentioned to you that at the top and also at the side, I always like to make sure if people have questions, they can either email me or send me a voice message. And I've kept this page KISS, KISS, keep it seriously simple. I'm just like, look, okay, if you want to work and finish strong as far as this end of the year is concerned, I've got 5 fabulous things to give you right now. I've included the actual value for each item, right? So my 30-minute clarity calls are $100. 3 months in my mastermind is $150. So essentially everything that's in here is itemized and it's very clear how much it comes up to. And I said, listen, if you do the math, this is well over $1,000 worth of stuff, but I'm doing this awesome limited time bundle today for $100. Plus, guess what? I've added a timer, countdown timer. So they're like, look, I'm not playing. Okay, 11:59 EST come Sunday. Boo, this is going away. So countdown timers are really great. I've also given people I don't even know what number I'm on right now. I've given them variations so they can either pay with their credit card or they can pay with PayPal. I'm going to be honest with you, in the many years I've been doing this, setting up sales pages, it's a 50-50 split. Sometimes people like to pay with PayPal. Sometimes people like to pay with their credit card. I do both because everybody's different. You'll notice on the side, there are things that people can add to their offer. I have my cash flow clarity kit that normally ranges between $50 to $100. I drop it low, because I want this to be an amazing wow and win irresistible weekend offer. And also I included the Finish Strong, because I said to you guys should definitely be getting inside the Finish Strong 90-day challenge and getting your action plan. So for that person who hasn't grabbed it yet, on this page, they have the opportunity to grab the Work With Me VIP bundle with all the 5 things in there. They can also add on the cash flow. I'm like, where do I click the button? They can add the cash flow clarity kit, as well as the Finish Strong action bundle, right? Fourth quarter action plan bundle, which would then take the order from 100 to 149, adding on those individual items. So anywhere between 100 to 149, this is I would say it's going to go away in less than 48 hours, right? So it's a day and a little bit more than a day. But these are some of the fundamental things that I've added on to this page in particular, right? So I want you to think about that when it comes to putting together your sales pages. This page is a 1-page sales funnel, because we talked about that this week, right? A 1-pager, a sales funnel that has everything on 1 page. Information about what's included, the ability to purchase on the page, if you want to add testimonials. In this case, I could have added testimonials. I didn't. What I did actually is have this little cute animated imagery that you see rotating there, which I actually put together in Canva. I'll talk about that in just a second, with a rotation of some of my clients, right? So having either testimonials or real life images of people that you work with, I think is pretty awesome. Thanks for tapping on the likes and all that good stuff. Make sure that you do that a couple of times. Tap, 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 tap. On the likes, the hearts, the love, and make sure that you're sharing this out as well, okay? So testimonials, adding, this is how much value you're going to get. This is how much these things individually retail for. Adding a timer, right? Letting people know that opportunities expire, right? And after a certain amount of time, this opportunity is going to go either up or go away. Those are some things that I add, right? So essentials to the sales page, that's number 2 that I wanted to share with you, okay? So the next thing that I want to talk about here is different ways in which I decided to share this particular VIP bundle as part of the 1K weekend challenge. How am I doing this? How am I sharing this? Well, for me, at the end of the day, I always say, are you capturing the emails of your previous customers? Hopefully you are. I love the 1-page sales pages that I put together, because when people purchase, they are automatically added to my email list. And I'll talk about tools in just a second, okay? And so one of the things that I love to make sure is that the first people that can learn about an offer or an opportunity that I have, an irresistible offer that I have, is my email list, right? So sending out emails is important. First and foremost, I shared the irresistible offers as to a personalized list, right? So first I started off with a few people that I directly said, hey, I've got a couple of things that I'm working on. Would you be interested in ... right? So a few personalized people. That was yesterday. Today I shared it to a couple of my segmented lists. just kind of branching out to a broader audience. I always like to do like a micro test of a small group, see what they think, and then possibly adjust as needed, and then sending out to a broader audience today. And then as far as email marketing is concerned, I'm just going to do a last call follow up tomorrow to those different groups that I've targeted today and yesterday, and that's going to be it, right? So really simple, easy email marketing plan. Personalized messages, number one. Segmented list to a broader audience, number two, after I've tested the personalized messages. And then number three, a last call follow up reminder that, hey, you got a few hours before it goes away. That's tomorrow. So that's the 3-day weekend setup, right? The next thing is, where else did you share it? One of the things that I want you to do is to make sure that you're taking advantage of the branded social media platforms that you've created. So number one, I posted it on my Twitter, twitter.com/SistaSense. Number two, I posted it on my Instagram, instagram.com/SistaSense. And number three, I'm sharing it with you, right, on this live stream. So there are different ways in which that you can engage your audience. I love to do audio, video, and going live. As a matter of fact, the animated, so the animated graphic, let's talk about tools, okay? The animated graphic that I put together that you saw on the sales page. Again, this sales page is sistasense.com/WWMB. So sistasense.com/WWMB, which stands for Work With Me Bundle, right? This animated, it's a GIF that I created. I created an animated GIF on Canva. It's so easy to create a few pages in Canva, and I switched out the image for every page and then hit animation. Now the animate button, it literally says animate in the bar. You can't miss it, right? You could do different types of animation. I love pop, and in this case, I use the fade animation. So that was the first thing that I did. I made an animated GIF, number one. And then number two, I said, you know what? I actually want to post this on Instagram as well. This is a wide image, but on Instagram, you know that the 1080 by 1080 square image is popular. So because I have a Canva business account, I was able to resize this from this larger to a square and download that as a video, right? Which I love. And then I put some music on it, right? Some of you guys are like, how did you do that? How do you put music? How do you do animation? How do you do all that stuff? Well, I'm going to tell you this. I have been teaching how to create micro videos. I've been teaching how to create social media content, and I've been sharing some of the very templates that I use to put these things together as part of my mastermind, as well as inside of the content club. And literally, if you get the Work With Me bundle before it goes away, you can get 3 months in the mastermind, and you can get the next 6 weeks of access inside of my content club, which are Sunday sessions that I do, because I always say a Sunday well spent brings a week full of content. So the content club, we've been working together for 6 weeks, and I'm going to do another 6 weeks, so you're going to get access to that as well. And it's great timing because, like I said, we just finished up the mastermind sessions on social media, on micro videos, as well as updating your YouTube. So in the mastermind plus the content club, you're going to get all those trainings. A lot of you are like, I like the kind of content that you're putting together on your social media. I want you to help me do that. And I do that. It's part of the Work With Me experience. So I use Canva. I downloaded my animations as both a GIF and also a video for email, to both send out emails and also to capture the emails of new customers. I use ConvertKit, which I absolutely love. If you ever wanted to try out ConvertKit from your girl, you can always go to sistasense.com/ConvertKit, ConvertKit. For my sales page, I use Samcart. I use different programs for sales pages, but Samcart is one of those ones that are very integral to my sales page setup efforts. And if you'd like to try that out, you can go to sistasense.com/Samcart. And when you notice that little gray tab on the right where people send me voice messages, that is the SpeakPipe app, which I absolutely love because I have clients, again, across the world, who they can click that and send me a voice message really easily, okay? So when it comes to working on either the 1K challenge, right? Trying to promote a particular irresistible offer over the course of 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or when it comes to really prepping and preparing for your fourth quarter marketing efforts, I wanted to be able to break down this really short 5-point list with you, number one. And number two, encourage you to, just like my girl Lynette said, to practice, right? Practice is everything. If you're going to get better at really getting a sense of what your clients want from you, what they consider to be irresistible offers, if you want to get better at marketing, at sales, at making consistent 4 and 5 figure, hitting those revenue goals, making that money, it's all about practice. As a matter of fact, one of the things that I really enjoyed doing this year was the 5-figure focus 12-week program, in which I took a lot of my mentees through creating their products, to working on processes, and also putting together the right kind of packages and programs to generate a profit. And literally that 12-week experience that I did this year is inside of the Work With Me bundle, right? So if you missed the opportunity to get any of those things that I did that were 300, 500, 150, all of that stuff, it's literally over $1,000 worth of stuff in that bundle. That's why it's irresistible. It's irresistible because it's got a lot of good in there, right? A lot of bang for your buck. But one of the things that I talk about in 5-figure focus is working towards your goal, right? In order for you to hit 6 and 7 figures, you got to understand how to make a consistent 4 and 5 figures, which is why I like this 4-figure 1K challenge, which again helps you work on those larger goals. So let's go through this 5-point plan again really quickly, and then feel free to wrap up with me. Let me know what you're thinking, what offers you're creating. And of course, again, last call, if you did want to take a look and or grab that Work With Me bundle, you know where to grab it. success.com/WWMB. Don't forget the www, right? www.success.com/WWMB. So the first thing I said to you is you got to work on creating an irresistible offer. Do you know what your people want from you? Do you know what they consider to be irresistible for them? Number one. Number two, I said you got to work on adding the essentials to your sales page. Hopefully you have sales pages. I'm going to be working on putting together landing pages and sales pages in the coming weeks as we work in the Content Club. So if you need help with that, we're going to be doing that as part of the Content Club, which is my Sunday sessions with my entrepreneur mentees. So some of the essentials that I talked about were having the ability for people to send me voice messages, having a timer so people can see that this is an opportunity that is going to go away. So adding a countdown timer, potentially adding those, this is how much everything included in this bundle is valued at, the value information of everything that you are offering, and as well as testimonials, whether they be written or text, adding some of those elements. We talked about that, number two. Number three, I talked to you about email marketing. Hopefully when people are purchasing from you, you're capturing those emails, and also you've got people that you can go back to and say, whether it's a personalized list where individual people you're emailing or segmented list, you can strategically use email marketing. Number three. Number four, I said to you social media, being able to post strategically photos, text, and graphics on your core social media platforms. For this particular offer, I have been posting on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, right? Just to name a few, plus doing these live streams with you on Periscope, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, etc., right? And again, make sure if you're enjoying this session, just say, hey, let me know who you are, where you are this world today. You can also share this out, right? If you haven't done it, if you're watching these and you're enjoying these, then I would love some support. Tag your business besties, bring them on in so they can enjoy the session too. And of course, sharing is caring, so feel free to share out what I'm sharing with you, right? With your audience as well. So number four, social media content and engagement. And then number five, me sharing with you ultimately of the tools that I've been using, that I continue to use, that work really well for me when it comes to strategically marketing as well as generating consistent revenue, because that's what the 1K challenge plus the Finish Strong fourth quarter prep is all about, right? So I've shared with you today SpeakPipe for voice messaging. I talked about ConvertKit and Samcart, and those are Canva, of course, because Canva is Bay. Those are some of the tools that I use to work on putting together the good that I create. And of course, I can share so many more tools with you as part of all the good that is included inside of the Work With Me bundle, which again currently gives you an opportunity to get a one-on-one call with me, access to the 5-Figure Focus program, early registration for the Back to Business virtual conference, access to the Content Club, our next 6 weeks of live sessions, because trust and believe, the Content Club is lovely. It's live and it's lit. And plus the 3-month access path to my monthly mastermind. So you have an opportunity to catch the replays of the mastermind sessions we just did on micro videos and social media content. Plus, you're going to get access to the next 90 days. So I can't say it enough. This is some real good in that Work With Me bundle, number one. But more importantly, number two, I'm literally sharing with you this simple 5-point plan of marketing and being intentional about putting some of your best offers out there so you can work towards your revenue goals and you can practice. So if you haven't already done so, write it down somewhere. As my girl Lynette Crosby says, everything is practice. In order to get better at all of these things, you got to put yourself out there and consistently practice, number one. And of course, number two, if you got questions and you want to check in with me, feel free to email sistasense@gmail.com, or as you go over to thesistasense.com/WWMB website, just click that gray tab on the right to send me a voice message. All right. That's it, y'all. That's all she wrote for today. Till tomorrow, take care and continue to do what you need to do to finish this year strong with strategy and intention. All right, boss. Till tomorrow, take care. Mwah.